The CEO was visiting the countryside when, unexpectedly, she felt a strange sense of familiarity with a large tree in front of her. In that moment, she remembered playing there with her mother. She decided to look around. Perhaps she could find some clue about her long-lost biological parents. Just as she reached the door of a house, she saw a group of people trying to demolish the home of an elderly couple. She immediately stopped them with a firm voice and approached the couple to help them stand. That's when she noticed something shocking. The old woman wore a jade pendant identical to her own. She quickly asked about its origin. With tears in her eyes, the woman explained that it was a keepsake she had used for years to search for her lost daughter. The CEO felt her heart skip a beat. She removed her own pendant, and when they placed the two pieces together, they fit perfectly. She realized then that this woman was her biological mother, the one she had longed for all her life. After so many years, they were finally reunited. Just as they were about to embrace, a malicious woman interrupted violently. She mocked the CEO, calling her nothing more than a peasant in work clothes, and claimed that, even if she had found her mother, she had no right to stop the demolition. Before finishing her sentence, she raised her hand to strike the CEO, but the CEO blocked her instantly and slapped her hard. Furious, the woman called her boyfriend to complain, saying that the family was refusing to leave and had even dared to hit her. After hanging up, she sneered that the whole family would end up on the streets. Her arrogance enraged the CEO, who immediately pulled out her phone and ordered the general manager to bring his team to the site. But before they could arrive, the malicious woman's boyfriend showed up first and, without a word, ordered his men to seize the CEO. The elderly couple panicked and tried to stop them, but the guards pushed them to the ground. Just then, the general manager arrived. Seeing the chaos, he turned pale. When he learned that his own secretary had captured the CEO, he collapsed in shock and quickly rushed to rescue her with his team. Meanwhile, the elderly couple wasted no time. For the sake of their daughter's safety, they rode a motorcycle to seek help from a wealthy young man who had once been engaged to her. But when they arrived, the man slapped them, accusing them of fabricating the engagement to exploit him. He thought they had come for money and threw a wad of cash at them, declaring the engagement over. The couple tried to explain that the engagement had been arranged by the previous generation and that they weren't asking for anything, but before they could finish, he kicked them out with disdain. At that moment, the CEO appeared. The elderly couple breathed a sigh of relief upon seeing her safe and sound. But the young man, seeing her in humble work clothes, became even more arrogant. He mocked her, saying a laborer like her could never marry him. He even tried to hit her, but she nimbly dodged the blow. As they argued, a luxury car slowly arrived. It was Jo, the rich young man's current girlfriend. Seeing the CEO in modest attire, Jo mocked her and bragged that the new president of the corporation would be hosting a dinner that evening and planned to invest $1 billion in her boyfriend's company. What they didn't know was that the investment was actually coming from the very woman they were mocking. When the rich young man heard this, he became even more conceited, thinking he was about to reach new heights. To end the engagement, he ordered the malicious woman to hit the CEO, but she was immediately stopped and rejected. The young man rushed to protect his girlfriend and threatened the CEO, demanding she kneel and apologize. He publicly declared the engagement void. Onlookers mocked the CEO, calling her the daughter of a garbage collector and saying she had no right to dream of changing her fate. But the CEO remained calm. She looked at the man and said quietly that he was not worthy of her. Everyone laughed at her words. The malicious woman reminded them they needed to leave for the dinner. After they left, the CEO invited her parents to attend the banquet with her. They declined repeatedly, saying they didn't want to spend their daughter's money, but the CEO insisted, saying she now had the means and it was her duty as a daughter. Unable to refuse her any longer, the parents agreed. When they arrived at the hotel, they ran into the CEO's greedy aunt. Upon seeing them, she mocked them, saying they were a disgrace who didn't even own a car. She proudly bragged that her son-in-law had arrived in a Porsche. But at that moment, a Rolls-Royce pulled up to the entrance. The door opened, and the CEO stepped out in a stunning evening gown. Everyone was left speechless.